This is a journey into sound. A journey which along the way will bring to you new color, new dimension, new value. So ready, I throw this switch. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the
Please, would you mind saying that again? You make me feel so
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special news bulletin from our on-the-spot passport.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. What happened there? Fuck. What did I press? Well, there you have it. I guess we're getting started. All of a sudden, everything started going backwards. What button would I have pressed that did that?
This is a journey into sound. A journey which along the way will bring to you new color, new dimension, new value. So ready, I throw this switch. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the
Please, would you mind saying that again?
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special news bulletin from our on-the-spot passport.
Oh my gosh. The music just turns me on. He's a sweet soul.
Thinking of a master plan. Step with the record. Step with the record. Thinking of a master plan. Step with the record. Step with the record.
That is so weird. I have one channel that just started going in reverse, and I don't know how to undo it. So that's going to be that. Left hand deck, press A. Oh, yep, that's working now. So weird. Well, maybe we'll play around some more at the end of the show. Learn something new every day. All right, well, let's get on with the shipping of the show. Yesterday was going along at a good clip, and then about a half hour after the show ended, it was like the rug got pulled out from under everything. It just died. Ended up pulling together an okay day, not great. Right about 300, a little over. Which, considering I was at like half that by 10 a.m., just was weird. And there was all kinds of issues. I did do some listing yesterday. I was running into stuff. It was crazy. So yeah. Down detector is spiking all over the place. You definitely know something's going on because it's pretty much like the issues start on Monday morning during work hours, and they end on Friday night during work hours. So makes sense. That's when people are working on stuff over at the eBays and causing problems. All right, so let's take a look at the sold and listed. I did get that postcard book in that I bought off eBay for $20, and I'll show some of what was in there. It ended up being about 50 cards, and for $20, they were pretty good, I think. So here's what sold. 1920s automobile comic. Look out for the fellow that owns an auto, because he's, I guess, always on the side of the road. $5 is what that one sold for. This one took an offer for $16. Red River Covered Bridge, Port Royal, Tennessee. Not a real. Oh, it is a real photo. My bad. $16 took an offer. Then we have the Fort Peck Dam Overflow and Spillway, Glasgow, Montana, $266. White border era-ish. It's Northern Pacific Railway postcard. And we've got a art postcard. This is a painting by Morten Muller, rather, of Norway. This same customer came in. They bought 5 different cards. So we got this one. Another one. This is Cardinger, Norway, Horse and Cart. Here is Sognefjord, Norway, $5.91. They also bought a Railroad Depot Yellowstone in Gradiner, not Gardner, Gradiner, Montana, my typo, for $3.55. And some cowboys making a cattle run, $3.55. Chrome postcard. So kind of an interesting little set of cards this customer went for, but it is what it is. J.J. Hill's residence in Minnesota, St. Paul, 251. We've got Gernwood, California, Gernwood Park, California. That's a beach on the Russian River. Bunch of beach goers on the beach. Sold for 12 and change. Stereo View, scenery in Fairmont Park. I got this from Maine Auction Company back in November. Sold for $12.55. Comic postcard, Bob All comic. Bob's Halfway House, so kind of a older cowboy comic. $6.26. Main building of the Minnesota State Fairgrounds in Hamline, Minnesota. Undivided back. $4.95. And finally, 4 soldiers, World War I, unposted. This has been in the store for quite some time. Sold for $22. And then, so next is what's listed. This is not everything, but a lot that came out of that album I bought off eBay from a Salvation Army seller. This one is cool. Village Between the Hills. This is Elsa, Illinois. Principia College. It was a very small railroad town. There's not a lot of postcards of this place. It's post-dated 1941. I think it's actually a little earlier. It's got a couple of Coca-Cola signs, street views. Pretty cool looking card. Then we've got high water flood in Grafton, Illinois. You can see the whole main street is flooded up to about the second floor. Grafton is on the Mississippi, and so subject to flooding about every 25 years. It actually flooded very recently in 2021, I believe. Before that, 1993. This is from the 1939 flood. This is probably the big winner out of that book. This is a 1864 photograph of the gasoline ferry in Brownville, Nebraska. The Queen of the West, made by the Grosso postal photographer postcard. So this is everything going for it. This is a known photographer. It is a very rare view, transportation. It's got really cool, like, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. You can see the Queen of the West written on it there. Got a bunch of old timers, paddle wheeled, and early gasoline. That's the thing that's, I think, really cool. The fact that this is like an early gasoline engine. Hi, Buster. So I listed that high. I went 124. Because it was slow yesterday, I just ran a sale on the whole store, so everything got hit. And I'd be fine if somebody came in and paid $80 for it. I paid $20 for the whole album. Also, there was like 4 Ritchie Brothers real photo postcards. Some of you may know Ritchie Brothers. They're a postcard publisher. Usually real photos is what I've seen them. But these are Desloge, Missouri, which, again, not a common, it's a smaller town. You don't see a lot of postcards from this place. So it's got pretty good comps on all of them, and there was a few of them. So this is the Baptist Church. We've got the Russian Orthodox Catholic Church and the schoolhouse. All 3 of them are unposted. So I listed those high, 55, 54.95, and yeah. Then we've got night view of the Schiffendecker Electric Park Tower in Joplin, Missouri. There's lots of views of this, but I could find no comps of a night view of the tower. So listed that one up at $20. It's on sale right now. A few really good studio views in there. So this one got studio view, guy in front of a 48-star flag. I find generally anytime you see a flag in a real photo, it'll sell. These guys are a barrel of fun, as you can tell. Another nice prop studio view. This is put that one up a little bit high too. Another studio view. This one's trimmed, but this kid is, with a prop horse, dressed like a cowboy with a bottle and a gun and a cigarette. Eye buster. And this is the studio somewhere. And then this is cool. School photo, but not just a school photo. You don't usually get this. It's upside down, but it is the Franklin School in Webb City, Missouri, and it's got all the kids' names right here. So you have all the named subjects. They named the school and which Franklin school it is. So I put that up at $37.95 since it's basically the research is done for you. So there we go. Come on, Buster, let's go. He wants some treats. I'll be right back. I know. So yeah, it ended up being about 50 cards in that album, and I only listed about 13 cards yesterday. I scheduled a bunch out, but those 13 cards, the listing value was about $400, and I paid $20 shipped for the album. After tax, I think it ended up being like 21, somewhere there. So yeah. Normally, when I'm shopping eBay, especially albums, I'm looking at number of cards, quantity usually, right? Like trying to get the most bang for my buck. But in this case, I kind of went a different route and was like, let's see if I can find a smaller album that might be easily overlooked. So I did that, and I feel like it worked out. So I don't think I'm gonna. I think moving forward, probably pay a little bit more attention both to large albums and smaller albums, because for $20, listen, I got 15 pretty quality listings out of it. And then probably about 15 mid-range listings, and then wait a minute here. Ground Advantage. Okay. Envelope, Ground Advantage. Review purchase. There we go. Okay. That makes sense. Be right back. And there were also a couple of interesting pieces of ephemera in there as well. So it ended up, it was a pretty good buy, I think. Got 11 people in the chat. No chatters. That's okay. I did put up this. I scheduled out all the upcoming shows until the end of my trip, so y'all can go hit that notify me. So when I go live, you'll know. Not going to be a super long show, I don't think. It's going to be pretty easy. Close. got a first class package going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Goodness, I'm down to one more box of the Juvo. Never thought I'd see the day, man. It's taken 2 years. So my call routing still not fixed to Anchor support for those playing along at home. The credit I've been promised now repeatedly still not applied. I have gone through, I've been promised calls back from not like agents who will say like, oh, a supervisor will give you a call back. I'm like, I've spoken to supervisors or whatever their eBay leadership title is. And they say, okay, well, I'm diving into this. I'll give you a call back. Hasn't happened. Except for one agent at one time did call me back, but in like 20 minutes later. But every other one that's been like, I will contact you at such and such time or such and such date, nothing. Let me catch up on the chat. Hello, Steve, Puddins, Lisa. Yeah, you could do that. It could also just be a school photo. I agree with Steve right here. Describe what's known. I usually say sell it on its merits, right? What's the most interesting thing about the photo, and make sure you put that in. And say what's sold. I wouldn't say I try to steer away from using question marks on stuff like that. Because inevitably what's going to happen is you're going to get somebody who's going to be like, how do you know this is an orphanage? Nothing on the card says orphanage. Take off orphanage. This is no orphanage. And that I almost 100% guarantee that's going to happen. Matter of time. All right. Moving on. Sold a Blu-ray DVD, Tron. It's a Blu-ray and a DVD. Two discs in one. Trim. True to scotch. Sold for what? 470. Next up, sold a cassette, the Singles soundtrack, one of the best soundtracks of any movie ever, in my opinion. I actually just, it's weird, like, the movie popped up on, like, suggested on Netflix or Amazon or something for me just over this weekend, and I'm like, I haven't seen this in forever. I'm going to watch it. And I just watched it. It's a damn good movie. Still, like, and it really is the Seattle that I grew up with and remember. And it's a bit nostalgic for me to watch it. It's also very sad because most of what's in that movie no longer exists. And like my memory was so like it had been so long, my memory was just so crossed with it. I'm like, like this is so weird. I could have sworn Ben Stiller was in this movie, but Ben Stiller was not in that movie. He was in Reality Bites, which thematically very similar movie, but also a very different movie. Singles. Hi, Lala. Everyone say hi to Lala. We got Jojo and Lala. Where's Kaka? Or I didn't say the movie. I said single soundtrack. So we got Lala, we got Kaka, we got Jojo. Oh, there's also Shenanigans somewhere not here today. Just saying. Okay. Next up. Stereo view. Oh, I already showed this earlier. big for that. Well, I mean, I got set up for it by JoJo and Lala. How am I not going to just end up at na 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 na? It's just what you do. All right. Sold a pin. This is a fold-over pin, and it says Puget Sound is greatest place in the world. There's a lot of places in Puget Sound. There's a lot of them that are not the greatest place in the world. Puget Sound's pretty big. There's a lot of shitty places around Puget Sound. Federal Way, Washington. Fife, Washington. Both technically on Puget Sound. Definitely not the greatest places in the world. Where's this going? Colorado. All right, sold a Dale Earnhardt Winner's Circle die-cast car. This came from Buys-A-Lot. We all know how I feel about that buy. Sold for $536. All right, and then that there sold this gator case. Paid $1 at like the first yard sale I went to this year, and it sold for. I took an offer for $30, which is just great. I think. And it's just going in Washington, so it's going to go at that $7.30 rate, which is even better. Can I shove it in there? No. All right, we're going to do something else then. I'm going to use that box. Remnants of my shameful resize project. Oh, really? Oh, I gotta shave. That's funny. I gotta shave an inch off this way because I'm over the stupid 16-inch. I could just polybag it and ship it, honestly. Now we can go with that $7 priority mail rate. That inch could have cost me $5. All right. Sold this Wagner ware double cast iron skillet, or griddle rather. 9 pounds. We're gonna call it, we'll call it 10 pounds by the time we're done. Wondering, I have this going flat rate box, but it's going to Colorado, so it's possible 19 by 10 by 3 that it could go cheaper just by weight priority. 1802 versus 1895. You know what? I've got the box. I'm just gonna do it. It's negligible, and otherwise I'm resizing and normally feel like doing this shit. So I'll spring the extra 80 cents. Ship it flat rate. This get Ah, that was close. All right, we're down to our last thing. Haven't had a sale since 5 a.m. Haven't had any offers. Haven't seen, let's see how many offers I can send out. It's one of those days it seems like something's fucky, or it's just going to be really slow. I'm not getting messages, offers. So low site traffic. There's 4 to send out. I sent out offers maybe half an hour ago. Not too long before we started. All right. Last item. Sold a record. Jerry Goldsmith, A Patch of Blue. Good shape record. I don't know why I graded the cover BG plus. I'd probably say BG, but been in the store for a while. Sold for $6.85. It's a very early box for a record shipper, but we can do it. It's getting freaking hot already today. We're on another heat advisory. All right. Cleared the queue. So once again, all the my schedule of shows until I get back is up. So you can just go to my upcoming live streams. Go ahead and hit the remind me button so you know when I'm back. I think I'm just going to play around in my new setup here for a little bit. And until I'm done. You can hang out, you can listen, you can work, you do what you want, or go. It's up to you. But since we failed so poorly on the beginning, I feel like I need a bit of redemption. So we're just going to go ahead and start over with Lisa's favorite song.
Because it took us too long to do this album. So I hear what you're saying. So let's just pump the music up and count our money. So but check this out, yo, Eli. Turn the bass down and just let the beat keep on rocking. And we out of here. Little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland. Jack is gonna be a football star. Diane's debutante backseat of Jack's car. Sucking on chili dog, outside taste freeze. Diane sitting on Jackie's lap, got his hands between the knees. Jackie say, hey Diane, let's run off behind shade trees. Dribble off those Bobby Brooks, let that juke out, please. Say it. Oh yeah, life goes on, long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, life goes on, Cheers, hot cheers. Seesaw swinging with the boys in tune, and the beats are flying up in the air. Sing a hey diddle diddle with the D in the middle, and be swinging like you just don't care. Start to the page hand after eyes go dead, with a lady who is ready to play. And when the beat she was doing, cause she knew what she was doing, but she told me how to walk this way. She told me to walk this way. Told this way. Walk this way. Told this way. She told me to walk this way. Told this way. Walk this way. Told this way. Just give me a kiss. Back into the past. Take a trip 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 back. Take a trip back. Take a trip. Take a trip. Take a trip back into the past. I'm telling God what it can't be wrong. Keep a fight from both ends. Throw your hands in the air. I'm waiting for make it to the air. I'm telling God what it can't be wrong. Keep a fight from both ends. Throw your hands in the air. I'm waiting for make it to the air. I'm telling God what it can't be wrong. Keep a fight from both ends. Throw your hands in the air. I'm waiting for make it to the air. I'm telling God what it can't be wrong. Keep a fight from both ends. Take a trip back into the past. Feel the funk. To let the turntable talk for me at first. To let the turntable talk for me at first. In the morning light, all my dreams and I feel all right. I do jeans on. I hold my blue jeans on. I hold my blue jeans on. I hold my blue jeans on. It's the weekend, and I know that you're free. So put on your jeans and come on out with me. I need to have you near me. I need to feel you close to me.